name is Senzations and I'm a researcher with the ICOM Lab, Living Lab at the University of Applied Science. And today I'm going to present you the work that has been done or that is being done still in the FP7 Butler project. So in Butler project we are looking at different applications of the Internet of Things and developing the platform. How can we address these applications? Coming to the agenda, I will just explain a little bit the introduction for this Internet of Things in general as a topic, and then we will explain what we are doing in the project. Basically, it's important to say that in the recent years, until I would say 2000, or the first decade of 21st century, we have seen that there were a number of different ICT applications in different domains. So starting from smart home, also hospitals and automation. Automation is transport systems and so on. So this has resulted in many different solutions, but they don't talk to each other, and whenever you need to use it in some other context, you have to develop a new system. So one of the reasons is also that in different applications the logic processes are also different, and even in the same application domain area in different contexts, like different countries for example, you can have also different processes. So the main goal of Butler is actually to create the Internet of Things application between different domains that is using the context awareness as a concept to support the users in terms of using the information from other applications in the main goal of this application. So to be concrete, in Butler project we are looking at the domains of home automation, of health, like lifestyle applications and hospitals. We also look in the transportation scenario where the car sharing is actually used, and also how to optimize the traffic of the users inside of the city. Then we also look at city scenarios, different city scenarios like lighting of the streets, and also reservation of parking lots in the city. And for the smart shopping domain, it's about the creating additional channels for sales, like on demand, or whenever a person is passing by with the appropriate profile, the owner of the application the owner of the shop can create a specified personalized offer, so the user profits from the additional discount. This is on one side, and on another side the shop owner can sell a bit more of the products. So inside of the project we have also industrial partners, and what we did, we started from identifying the typical users, which are kind of, let's say, family. In our case, it's a family that lives in Switzerland, and it has the main house, and it has also the kind of vacation house, which is somewhere in the mountains. And they would like to go for the weekend to ski after their work. And then the idea is to create this horizontality between applications, which is exchange between the applications and the use of this non-core information for the main application right now. So, I mean, the main question is what is context, because context is also information, but in the, let's say, in one case, this information is the main information, but in another case, it's just the context. So context is defined as a non-core information for the given application. This is how we define it. So, the idea is that, what I said, there is a user, because here we have heard that Internet of Things is about main machine-to-machine communication, but in Butler we also look at the user and the communication with user itself. So this is about how we proceeded. We've gathered several requirements, and then all these requirements were aggregated and put into the Smart Life concept for the year 2020. And this smart life concept was then documented inside of the comic form. Typical day of the family from the year 2020, starting from 6 a.m. in the morning, cooking, going to the working, and then coming back home. So this is kind of typical day that is going to be implemented. What is important to say that it's not only technological solution that is developed, but also the business vision, because we have several industrial partners that would want to make, they would like make business out of it. So it's very important to say. And on the technological side, there are like three enabling technologies, like context awareness, what that I was saying in the beginning, the notion of context, what is that, and how can we manage it. On another side, there is behavior modeling, because it's important to know, to understand the users, the profile of the users, so we can create this personalized offer. And of course, it's important to make this dynamic service architecture. It's also important to say that whenever we are talking about this personalization, we know the user as much, we know lots of information from the user. So the question, how do we do it? So we have some kind of the user profile that every user has the right to manage, and this user profile is actually always updated through the life of the applications and domains. What is important to say for the personal behavior, I would like to mention the most important thing is this privacy paradox. This is exactly what important to say, because the more information you actually you want to personalize, the more you want to put it to the user, the more you actually know about the user. So it's always about trade-off, about the personalization and about the amount of the information that you actually use. And it's also important to say that whenever we gather this information, it is also possible that with the time being, the user, for example, would not like to use our service anymore. And what happens to the data that was gathered? Is it still stored, or is it already deleted? So this is a very important ethical issue. Another thing is also, whenever you have this data and you start making money out of it, making business out of it, the question is to whom belongs this data, to whom belongs this revenue. To say about the development objectives of our Butler project, this is first of all discussing and also studying the enabling technologies that we have. It's starting from the low level that we have heard two previous presentations, low level protocols, then also the integration on the technology layer, and then service layer, and also the notion of context awareness. So the first thing is about the enabling technologies that we use. Then second thing is to define the roles. So the main thing is that we have defined several roles in our architecture of Butler platform. These roles are server, which is based on cloud computing. Second role is mobile, which is based on some personal device. It can be tablet or smartphone or something else. And another one is an object platform. It's important to say that these roles are not physical roles, they are logical ones. Because, for example, if we take this mobile role, a mobile smartphone or tablet can also have this object role, because the modern device has also a number of sensors on it. So, and as last but not least, inside of the project, we are building a number of trials which are similar to the ones we've heard at the beginning of summer school. It's a smart home that we have in our place. It's a parking, actually. There is a collaboration between Butler project and SmartSantander in terms of parking scenarios. So I've already said that we have different applications, like home, health, city, shopping, and transport, and we are doing the integration between them. But another point, it's not just about implementing this application. We have also tried to think about the metrics and validation metrics. How can we actually measure the impact, and how can we actually measure the performance and the usefulness of these trials that we did. And based on the research that we've done, we have identified several parameters like technical feasibility, if it is feasible right now or will it be feasible in several years. Then we have also seen the technology integration, so how it is possible to integrate right now, are the data actually compatible already now, and which level of integration it is possible to do right now. Then we have looked at deployment efforts and maintenance efforts of these applications that we looked at. Then about scalability, it's an important issue because we'll talk about Internet of Things, and there are different numbers from Cisco and IBM and so on. We were talking about billions of devices, but in practice we haven't seen an application which is more than several hundreds, but now we've seen from SmartSantander that is going a number of thousand, but we still did not see the real applications that are told to us from this Cisco and so on. So this is also a parameter that we look at, is the scalability. And also very important to say about the user experience, because we don't have to forget that there is a user in the loop. So there is also this human-machine interface, or based on new applications that we, like Google Glasses, for example, or augmented reality, which is not only video channel. And of course user acceptance, because clear there are also many applications we can say that are technically interesting, but nobody uses it. So whenever you measure it, is it used at least once per day or once per month and so on, so it's possible to say if it is accepted, if it is used by users. So this is a kind of another parameter that we look at. So just to give you a small notion of this architecture that we've developed in Butler. So it's more or less integrating existing technologies and putting them and sorting them out in these three logical roles that I said: a server role, a mobile role, and object role. You see, this is more or less what we do. We have also built several demonstrators that we also show according to this architecture. So this is a number of technologies that is used inside of Butler project, starting from the physical layer and going to the application layer. So we have we address IEEE 802.15.4, Bluetooth, RFID, Wi-Fi, and the network layer is IP version 6, and of course for our research and networks it's 6LoWPAN now. Concrete, so far we've done 3 proof of concepts demonstrators of separate application, and right now we're working on the integration of these ones towards the middle of the project that is going to be right now in September of this year. And the final horizontal trial will show the context awareness inside of this horizontal platform. Here is the architecture of the smart home case that I mentioned in the beginning. So the idea here is that if the family would like to go for skiing for this weekend, and they know that they would like to heat up the house first, and there is the application human-machine interface to the user, to Donald, and then he presses the button. For example, I would like to heat up my vacation house, but the intelligent system that knows about the prices of energy right now says that the energy prices are quite high, but the weather forecast, this service provider forecasting service, says that, for example, in 2 or 5 hours the energy prices will go down, and it will be still enough time to heat up the house until the time he comes back. So the pop-up comes to the mobile interface. It looks like this, the mobile interface, like heater, water, and different parts of the home. So the pop-up comes and says like if you want, I can switch on, so there is a right for the user to override the situation, but on the other side, it suggests that it will switch on the heating automatically. At the point of time when renewable energy prices the energy prices will go down because of the good weather for renewable energies. So just to conclude, it's important to say that IoT is about integration of different automation solutions that we already have now, also partially in different domains. The goal of all this is actually, the goal of this integration is the added value of the information that is possible to get from the users, from other applications, then to use it for the personalization of the service for the user for the given application. So this is the main goal. And contribution so far in these pilots, field trials, and proof of concept that we've done in Butler is that we have created the validation and measurement methodology, and so how to measure it with different parameters. And then we have created these logical roles. How can we sort out sort and classify different applications that we have? And we also create different real field trials involving real users in our applications. Just to give, you can look at us online. This is the place where actually the proof of concept and the trials are. And if you have any questions, please contact me right now or afterwards. Thank you very much.
Any questions? What are all these big IPs working on IoT domain? They've done quite a lot of work there. We had some open calls, I think.
Yeah, we had open call, and Technalia has won it already. So now we have Technalia.